Hello, and welcome to day 68 of the bulk. I was 166.6, which is a little scary, but yeah, I don't know why I was 163 yesterday and 166 today, but that's just how it is, I guess. And today at work, I have my breakfast here. I'm tired. I wish I could just keep sleeping, but that's not the case. But yeah, I have a pretty busy day, I guess, because I work and then I go to the gym after, and then I need to come home and do homework when I'm probably gonna want to just go to sleep. But then I work tomorrow, but I don't work as early, so that's something to look forward to, I guess. And to be able to work in general is something to look forward to. So, yeah, that's it for now. But here's the macros for this breakfast. This is including the oatmeal, which is toasting right now. But here's my bread, turkey, bacon, cheese, my 4 eggs, 84 grams of egg white, spinach, my yogurt bowl without peanut butter, sadly, and then the rum cap with the jam. I'll put a picture of the oatmeal up right now. And yeah, I don't know what else to say other than I will see you when I am eating my second meal. Goodbye. Hopefully my phone doesn't fall. Hello, I am home after I am back from work. After work, let's see. I went to the gym. I didn't do cardio today, guys, because my phone was at 15%. But I worked, so like work is kind of cardio if you think about it. And I bought more peanut butter powder at HEB and more raspberries and more cereal. But I am lazy because I got home and I told myself I would finish my homework, which I did, so good on me for that. But I also told myself I would do my other classes assignment and my quiz, which I haven't done, but it's only 6 right now. But I have another sandwich, a milanesa sandwich, but it's not really a torta because the bread's different. But it's still gonna be fire because I love this food. But I should be able to. I might honestly make pasta later because I do have spinach. And yeah. Yeah, so I still have to read. I have to work on my homework some more, or maybe I'll just leave it for tomorrow. Who knows? But yeah, I think that's it for now. So here's the macros for this meal, and I'll show y'all my cheeky sandwich right there. But yeah, I will see y'all when I am talking about what I read or eating dinner. Probably talking about what I read though. So goodbye. Okay, my beloved viewer, I have done my reading for the day, and one of the questions I asked myself yesterday was actually answered in this chapter, or in one of the chapters that I read. So I read Numbers chapter 27 and 28, and basically Numbers chapter 27 starts with Zelophehad's daughters. Basically, it's like these daughters, right? And they stand before Moses, Eleazar the priest, the princes, and the whole community at the entrance of the tent of meeting, and they tell them, "Our father died in the wilderness. Although he did not join the faction of those who conspired against the Lord, Korah's faction, he died for his own sin without leaving any sons. But why should our father's name be cut off from his clan merely because he had no son? Give us land among our father's kindred." So they're basically saying, they're basically asking to inherit his land, even though it would be his sons that inherit the land, but he left no sons. And so basically it says, so Moses laid their case before the Lord, and the Lord said to him, the plea of Zelophehad's daughters is just. You shall give them hereditary land among their father's kindred and transfer their father's heritage to them. Tell the Israelites, if a man dies without leaving a son, you shall transfer his heritage to his daughter. If he has no daughter, you shall give his heritage to his brothers. If he has no brothers, you shall give his heritage to his father's brothers. If his father had no brothers, you shall give his heritage to the nearest relative in his clan, who shall then take possession of it. This will be the statutory procedure for the Israelites, as the Lord commanded Moses. And then, this is where my question was answered. So this part is titled Joshua to succeed Moses. And so if y'all remember, when the Israelites were complaining that they were like in the desert and they had no water, or that they had no water to drink, and the Lord told Moses, like, go strike this rock and water will flow out of it. And they basically forgot to give credit to the Lord for that miracle. And the other guy died for it, because it was Moses and I forget who. But he dies, and I was like, why would Moses just go unpunished, even though they both did the same thing? But basically it says, the Lord said to Moses, go up into this mountain of the Abarim range and view the land that I have given to the Israelites. When you have viewed it, you will be gathered to your people, as was Aaron your brother. For in the rebellion of the community in the wilderness of Zin, you both rebelled against my order to acknowledge my holiness before them by means of the water. So they basically failed to acknowledge the Lord and the fact that he's the one that was really providing the water for the Israelites. Then Moses said to the Lord, may the Lord, the God of the spirits of all humanity, set over the community someone who will be their leader in battle and who will lead them out and bring them in, that the Lord's community may not be like sheep without a shepherd. And the Lord replied to Moses, take Joshua, son of Nun, a man of spirit, and lay your hand upon him. Have him stand before Eleazar the priest and the whole community, and commission him in their sight. Invest him with some of your power, that the whole Israelite community may obey him. He shall present himself to Eleazar the priest, who will seek for him the decision of the Urim in the Lord's presence. And as it directs Joshua, all the Israelites with him and the whole community will go out for battle. And as it directs, they will come in. Moses did as the Lord commanded him, taking Joshua and having him stand before Eleazar the priest and the whole community. He laid his hands on him and commissioned him as the Lord had directed through Moses. So it basically says the Urim is certain sacred objects which Israelite priests employ to discern the divine will, probably by obtaining a positive or negative answer to a given question. The full expression was the Urim and the Thummim. And basically that's when it says, he shall present himself to Eleazar the priest, who will seek for him the decision of the Urim in the Lord's presence. And yeah, so basically he's like Moses' successor to lead the Israelites. Because Moses is going to die, I'm assuming. I mean, he's old at this point. Like, he's super duper old. But anyways, that's the end of chapter 27. And then chapter 28 is basically just like a reminder of all the sacrifices that take place. So basically it starts with the general sacrifices. So sacrifices for each morning and each evening, sacrifices on the Sabbath, sacrifices at the new moon feast, sacrifices at the Passover, at Pentecost. And yeah, so these are all like animal sacrifices and burnt offerings and grain offerings and all that jazz. And it basically just talks about like how each one is supposed to be done and how many animals, what kind of animals, you know, measurements, all that. Okay, I really hope, I think that video ended like at the perfect time, but I took a peek to the next chapter, which is chapter 29, and it basically continues with the sacrifices for each like given holiday, basically. So chapter 28 ends with Pentecost, like the sacrifices on Pentecost, and continues in chapter 29 for the sacrifices on New Year's Day, on the Day of Atonement, on the Feast of Booths, and yeah. So, and then it finally ends with, these are the offerings you will make to the Lord on your festivals, besides your votive and voluntary offerings, or burnt offerings, grain offerings, libations, and communion offerings. So, I didn't read chapter 29, but that is essentially what it goes over. And I won't go into the next chapters, I'll save those for tomorrow. But it's 7:48 right now, so I need to go make dinner, of course, but yeah, today, oh, not today. Yesterday's video should be up soon. So I don't know if I'll edit today's video. Maybe I will a little bit, but probably not, honestly, because I do want to try and get some sleep tonight. So I will see y'all when I am eating my last meal and showing y'all what it is. Goodbye. Alright, guys. This meal looks so good I could literally cry. And it is, of course, a spaghetti meal with chicken, spinach, tomato sauce, and Parmesan cheese. It's like right under my daily macros, but in reality it's probably over, all things considered, but we're very close to the mark is what I'm saying, which is good. But without further ado, let me show you the macros first. And now let me show you this beauty, this masterpiece that I'm gonna freaking demolish. And then nice. Okay, I'm just gonna need to hold it up. After this I'm gonna shower, of course, and then this is also the last video for the day. So here's the macros for the whole day. And yeah, that's it for today. Today was semi-successful considering I skipped a few things and didn't really do everything I wanted to do, but it's okay, because there's always tomorrow. But yeah, if you're watching this, thank you very much. I don't have my other hand, but yeah, like if you want, comment if you want, and subscribe if you want, and I will see y'all tomorrow for day 69, I think. Nice. Goodbye.